Hi, today we're talking about how to create PDF files from a Notion form. As you can see in the background, I have got a catering reservation form which is open up over here, which is all the details that you would require to create a catering reservation. Once all the details are filled in and the user clicks on submit, the responses go to the responses side of things in this particular database. As you can see, I have already created two responses from the particular form, and now I'm looking for an automation setup which will create me PDF files completely in automation from the responses that gets captured over here. For this, I will need to use a tool known as PDF Output. PDF Output will help me create the PDF files completely in automation with the help of a Google document and a Notion database. So let us understand how this automation will work. Click on Create PDF and simply sign in with one of your accounts. So I'm going to sign in right now, and then we will understand the rest of the automation steps. So once you sign in, you will be asked to connect two things, that is the Notion database and the Google document. After both the things are connected, you need to map the fields of the database onto the document to create the PDF files on automation. So let's first start with the database. So click on the drop down, click on Add Notion Database, and then what you need to do is you need to simply copy the database title that you have over here. So let me copy the title from this database, and let's go back to the setup screen. Click on next. You will have two options. The first option is selecting a template. So if you go with this option, it will create a duplicate copy of a database which I've already provided beforehand, and this is useful for testing purposes. We do not want to do this. We want to add our own database. So click on the second option, that is select pages, and again click on select pages. Now we simply need to paste the database title inside the search pages field. So paste the title over here, and you will be able to see the application form coming up. But before that, make sure you are selecting the right account. So let me select the correct account from this list and again repeat the process. Now if I put the database title inside this, it will show me the particular form which you can see over here. Click on this and the form is automatically added. Okay. Now what we need to do next is we need to understand that whenever you're adding the database, always copy the database title from here and put it inside the search pages. That is the ideal way of adding a database. Do not add the database by selecting any top level pages in this list. If you do that, your database may not be correctly added and you may face difficulties in adding the database correctly and your experience may not be smooth. So always and always ensure that you're copying the database title and putting it inside the search pages to add the database from here. Okay. Besides this, if you have any relation properties inside this database, so let's say the catering reservation form is connected to database A and database B through relation properties. So make sure to add the catering reservation form over here, add the database A and add the database B as well. Okay, so always add all the databases that are connected to each other, even if it's a relation property, so that the relation and roller properties appear correctly on the PDF files generated and it will be correctly automated. Okay, so always add all the databases that are connected with each other, even if it's a relation property, and you must add the relational databases through the search pages as well. Okay, now let's scroll down and click on allow access, and this will give us access to the. So once the catering reservation form has been added, you will be able to see that in this database that will appear over here. If this is not visible, simply refresh the whole page once or twice. The particular form database will be appearing over here, and then you can proceed further with the automation. Sometimes it takes a while to load the database, so you can just ensure to refresh the page few times to let it appear over here. So I'm going to click on this, and now it will load all the properties of the particular database, which will be visible over here one below the other. And then we can take help of this to automate the entire solution. So you can see all the properties of this particular database are visible over here, which we can use to set up the entire document to create the PDF files on automation. So next step is adding the Google document. So click on add Google document. You have two different options. You can go with an existing document. So if there is any document on your drive which you want to use, you can click on this and it will prompt you to select any existing document from your drive, but we do not have any such document available right now. So I will be adding a new document right away. So click on add demo document, and this will create a sample demo document for a use case, which you can use for the automation process. So as you can see, it has created me this demo document, and I will remove this entire text which I do not need. And you can see it has added me all the placeholders whichever I needed. Okay, so we have the first name, the last name, the request, the phone number, and all the fields that you have seen in this particular database are automatically added over here, and they have been placed inside double curly brackets on both the side. So this means all these fields are automatically mapped with the database that we have over here. And when we'll be creating the PDF files, the fields information will be fetched automatically from the database, and it will be replaced onto this particular fields, and the PDF files will be created. Okay. So this will happen automatically. And if you want to manually map any field, so you can just scroll down. Let's say I want to add the email field. So click on copy and it will copy the email value. You can go to the document and put it anywhere. So you can just use Control V or Command V on your keyboard, which will be useful to paste the particular property onto the document. Similarly, let's say you want to put the date and time. So click on copy over date and time, and you can just go to the document and put it anywhere using Control V or Command V. So you can edit the document live. If you have any existing document, you can edit it live, or you can use this demo document to test out the automation. Okay. So all the fields are automatically mapped. I do not need to manually map anything. Few things before I generate the PDFs. I want to select the particular PDF file name from this list. So you can see we have the PDF file name, which is currently set to date and time. I want to generate the PDF files with the first name. Okay, so whatever is the value of the first name over here, I want to create the PDF files as per this. So I will select the first name from this list. And then if you scroll to the right side of the database, you will find two additional fields. So like it is generate PDF, and then it is PDF files. Okay. So any field which is set to ready to generate, the PDF file will be created for those specific fields, and it will be stored under the PDF file column that we see over here. Okay. So make sure whatever PDFs you're looking to generate, you mark it as ready to generate, so that the PDF files can get stored over here when the automation begins. Okay. So this is currently set as ready to generate. Now let's click on download PDF, and the PDF will start automatically downloading, and it will automatically be stored onto the database that we see over here. So you can see the first file is already out, and the file also gets downloaded to the downloads folder, and you can see it has automatically created the PDF file right over here in the database. So let me click open this document to see what the output has come out to be, and you can see all the fields which were required to be mapped have been mapped, fetching the information from the database itself. Similarly, the second file is also out, so let us check out the second file. So we have two different documents side by side, and both the documents have been mapped with the values from the database. This is how PDF output functions. But another beautiful thing about PDF output is if you click on setup Notion automation, it will set up the automation for generating the PDFs forever. So now you do not need to come back to PDF output ever again to create the PDF file. All you need to do is whenever a user submits a response from here and it gets captured onto the database, all you need to do is you need to simply mark it as ready to generate, and the PDF file will automatically be stored over here. So in this process, you do not need to go back to PDF output dashboard again to create the PDF file. Simply, whenever a new record is added, mark the records as ready to generate, and the files will automatically be created over here under the PDF files column. So this happens hands-free, and you do not need to worry about juggling between PDF output and the particular database. Everything happens real time, and the PDFs are stored right over here. Okay. I hope this explanation was helpful to you. If you still have questions, use this chat bubble at the bottom and send me a message. I'll be happy to take up the issues on this. Or you can use the contact section that we have at the bottom of the home page, wherein you can send me an email with your issues, and I'll be happy to take up the issues on this. You even have an option of booking a free demo. So if you need more clarity on this, just book